What up, Joe?
It started with the penis part.
Y'all ain't ready for this one. They ain't ready. DME and Brando.
You did it again.
For what?
Yo, what up, though? It's your boy DME. All right, boys, let's get into it. URL. They have come out and said, well, Beasley, that they might be in, now they're all of a sudden they're interested in Oxxxymiron. They would be interested in Oxxxymiron to battle for them. Okay, all right. It's kind of interesting, you know, because I remember when Beasley was first asked about this by Rome, that you know, he had no interest. He said we're a street league. It would make no sense. It would make absolutely zero sense to bring him here. Our fans wouldn't want to see it. Blah 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 blah. Right. Okay. Now they're interested. Right now all of a sudden we're interested. That's good. I just find it kind of weird. Now that all of a sudden they're interested. It's okay. What he also said was that, because it was brought to him, how would you feel about Oxxxymiron being on Smack Volume 2 in a small room? And he shut that down real quick because he said that the fans that Oxxxymiron would bring, the fans that they didn't want, that Oxxxymiron would bring, all right, would be better suited for a NOME or a Summer Madness. So to maximize the money for that event. Okay, so now it's about the money. Now, okay, all right, I get it. Okay, I see where this is going. Honestly, my personal, how I feel, I would love to see Oxy on a Smack Volume 2, all right? And the problem with this kind of thinking, and we're going to talk about that in a second, right, with the URL, is they don't understand that, all right, now we understand the bootlegs, especially in Russia. The Russia bootlegs are crazy, right? But you're definitely still going to sell a hell of a lot of pay-per-views to see Oxxxymiron, number one, live, and number two, you put it out right away, just like King of the Dot did, as fast as possible, you know, to stop that whole ordeal with the bootlegs, right? And to watch him live, he's a big deal, right? He's a big deal. So people want to watch it live. They want to see it live. They want to watch it live. All right, your pay-per-view buys are going to go up. Like say they're here, they're going to be here. All right, if you put Oxy on that card. And I would love to see him in a small room in that kind of environment. Now, you want to maximize it, put him on a NOME, put him on a Summer Madness, that's fine. That's fine. I just find it kind of interesting now. Because you know, and who I want to see. Let me know who y'all want. If this is real, and I don't even know. They just said they're interested. Oxy never said he's interested. All right? Oxy obviously would be doing it for free because he said all his battles are for free. Even the Russian battles he does for free. All right. Who would you want him to see him with? I have been on record, even right after that disaster battle, I tweeted at Tay-Rock and said, I want to see Tay-Rock and Oxy. Tay-Rock needs to avenge the loss that disaster took to Oxxxymiron. Ivan Drago, Apollo, Rocky. Tay-Rock is Rocky in this situation. All right. So that's what I would want to see. I would love to see it on Smack Volume 2 or 3 or 4, or I guess on NOME or Summer Madness. All right, the problem with putting it on NOME or Summer Madness is it's going to get a little crazy, right? It's going to get a little crazy. You're going to get a lot of the mixing of the Russian fans with the URL crowd. It went good for the King of the Dots. I don't know how well it would work out for the URL, mixing the crowd with the Russian crowd. I think it'll be fine, but you never know. You never know how crazy it could get. Because they're already going to sell out anyways, right? Now you're mixing a bunch of all these other new fans that want to get in. All right, this could break the internet, bro, if it happened. So, and I think it would do 20 million views. I think it would do 20 million views, bro. I really do. But that's my opinion. You know, you guys might disagree, and that's fine. You can tell me how much I'm wrong in the comment section, and it's all good. I respect everybody's opinion. Trust me, I do. Now, let's get to Smack and this whole business thing that they're doing now. I've been talking about it in my lives. You haven't been checking them out. DME, the DME show. We're on episode 13. We go live on YouTube. Spend about 2 or 3 hours answering your questions. Anything you want to talk about, ask me. I answer everybody's question. I don't dodge no questions. So everything is spoken about. All right, that's DME uncut and uncensored. All right, but this whole situation with them and the way they're marketing this new business plan that I'm talking about that they need to come to, because look, Calico and Briz Rothstein drops 4.5 months after it comes out from Summer Madness, right? 4.5 months. All right. So Smack was on record saying that he really don't care too much about about YouTube anymore. It's all about the pay-per-views, buy the pay-per-views, buy the pay-per-views, please buy the pay-per-views. He's like, YouTube is whatever anymore. We don't care. All right, that's what Smack said. Beasley kind of, you know, he elaborated in a more professional way and talked about it. All right, but here's my issue. Here's what I think they should do, right? Not that they need to take my advice. All right, but I've been giving. That's how the type of guy I am. I give advice. You want to take it? You want to take it? Do good. You don't? Then let it just tell me to you know, fly a kite somewhere, and we're good. We're good. All right. Here's here's my advice, or here's my ideas if I was running the league. Number one, all right, you need a subscription service, some kind of subscription service, whether it's a Patreon or whether it's your own app, your own website streaming service, something that you can pay, right? That you can pay for $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is, right? So let's establish that first. All right, I feel like they've been wasting money for over a year now because the technology's been here, guys. It's been here. This can happen. It can be done. All you got to do is do it. All right, and there's no way you're losing money. There is no way you're losing money. And I'm sure Beasley will make up excuses of how he's going to lose money on it, but you're not. Same thing with the Face-Offs, Beasley. You're not losing money. You're always going to gain from this. So let's establish that first. Whether it's an app, like King of the Dot does a Patreon, right? They do a Patreon, and then you go to they drop the battles on there before they come out on YouTube, and people are paying for it, and they're helping, they're helping support the culture, support King of the Dot, and everything. So URL, let's do this. All right, so. Let's establish that first. A streaming service, Patreon of some sort. That's good. So you do this is the business model, and this is my business plan. You do the pay-per-view, right? You do the pay-per-view, charge whatever you're charging, the $40, $45, whatever you're charging. Try to get it. Don't go too crazy with it. Get a good price point here, all right? Because the higher you go, and I see the prices keep rising and rising, the more you're going to encourage bootlegging. All right, that's just the way it is. It's the way it is. You can't fight it. All right, so we're there. Drop the pay-per-view. All right. Charge for the pay-per-view. Good. Now, after you do that, right? For you have a certain level in your subscription service where, like, let's say you have two tiers, right? Let's say, well, just for argument's sake, right? $10 a month and $5 a month. So your $10 a month tier, right? After the pay-per-view is dropped, right? About a week later, we'll say a week later, drop that video on demand on there. And because here's the problem, like he's always like, watching your video on demand after the pay-per-views is such a bad user experience. I've talked to so many people, especially watching it on your phone or on your tablet. All right, it's like it's in one big block. It's 7 hours, right? And you gotta like do this, and then if you leave that page and you come back, it resets itself all over again. Then you gotta find it again, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, right? It's not cut up like how the YouTube is. YouTube is very simple to watch. Your video on demands is not simple. All right, none of the leagues have figured out. I think actually RBE is the one league that actually has it figured out where their video on demand is battle by battle by battle, and that's great. Shout out to ARP for that one. They've kind of figured that out. But URL and King of the Dot, you do guys have an issue with the video on demand where it's not user friendly. So we'll just put it there. We'll put it there. But what King of the Dot's doing, that doesn't even matter because they actually have the Patreon where you get to see the battle. So do that. After a week or so, do that, for your $10 subscription people, all right? Because people are always going to want to, look, you're still going to sell pay-per-views because people, even if you want to make it 2 weeks, people are still going to buy because you want to watch it live. That's what the catch is for the pay-per-view. You want to see it live, all right? Before anyone else sees it. You got to create that demand. That's number one. All right, then you drop it. Then you drop the video on demand for the $10 a month users. Now, here's where it gets good. Before your next event, right? Before your next event, now you get all these battles edited, right? Like Avocado, whoever you got doing the edits, edit them because people like watching the edit, all right? And YouTube like versions of how it would appear on YouTube normally, right? For the people playing the $5, before the next event happens, make sure you get all these battles dropped from the previous event on your subscription service so the people who are not paying the $5 can now watch these, all right? Before the next event happens. Great. So now the new event happens, right? All right, cool. All right, now after that, now let's wait another month, right? We'll wait another month. So now we're about a month, we'll say about 2 months out max. Maybe we even go 90 days. Within that 90-day period of when the last pay-per-view happened, between that 60 and 90-day period, right? Whenever that last pay-per-view happened, that's when you start dropping all the battles on YouTube because number one, you're still making some money on YouTube. Don't act like you're not. All right, you're still making some money. That's number one. Number two, you need to use YouTube as a promotional vehicle to drive people to your pay-per-views. And if you stop dropping battles on YouTube, that's where you build your hardcore audience, your almost 800,000 subscriber audience, right? So if you tell that audience we're not dropping pay-per-views no more, kind of like the way you've been doing, or waiting 4 to 5, 6 months, okay? Smack Volume 1, we haven't seen nothing. Traffic, one battle, and it's been 2 months already, all right, with no other options except buying the pay-per-view and watching the weird, unuser-friendly video on demand that you guys have. All right, cool. So then you start doing that. That helps promote your next pay-per-view events, right? So you drop the battles within, 60 days after it comes out. You drop the battles on your subscription service, 3 weeks after the pay-per-view. and then you have the video on demand available a week later for other people who are paying $10 a month. You will make money. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. You can tweak this, something I just start out of the blue where I've been thinking about for a while, you know, but it definitely can be tweaked. My idea, you could make it better. Definitely could make it better. You can maybe do a couple different things here, but I think that's the model that you all need to go to, because that's how we're going to survive. And then the way you're doing it now, all you're doing is pissing people off, your consumers off, all right? And then y'all come on here and call everybody cheap and this and that, and that's not where we want to go on this, all right? Okay, number one, stop that. Stop that. Don't worry about the people stealing. Don't worry about all that, all right? All right, they're not going to pay anyways, right? You got to worry about the people who actually will watch your company and will support you. I'm one of them, and there's thousands of us. We will support you, all right? I know you act like there isn't, but we're here. We will support you. All right, and trust me, this will be huge, and you can go to that next level, and you can get Murder Mook, right? Is that what we need? Murder Mook, right? He wants 80,000, 100,000. All right, maybe you can get it there with this kind of service. So I don't know. It's just my thoughts, man. Y'all can say whatever. You're stupid. You're crazy. You're an idiot. What's this dumbass white boy talking about? I don't know. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. But that's how I feel about it. I think that's the way to go instead of the way you guys are doing it, because of the way you guys are doing it, I think you're burning money and you're just pissing off fans. And then if you don't use YouTube as a promotional vehicle to sell your pay-per-views, then you just don't understand how this works. That's how this works in any field. Forget battle rap, in any field. Okay, you got and especially for battle rap, because battle rap for 10 years now has used YouTube as their vehicle to gain their audience, to create their audience. It's all come from YouTube. You can't just tell them overnight, we're just gonna have to wait 4 or 5 months in order to see a battle or buy the pay-per-view. Those are your only two options. You don't need to do that to the consumer. You can have the best of both worlds. So think about it, man. And if Oxxxymiron comes, great. I just think it's kind of interesting now that you want him. Or you're interested because you and Norm didn't even bother watching the disaster battle when Rome asked you about it at the time. I think you watched it months later. But whatever, bro. I'm still for it. I still want to see it. Oxy versus Tay-Rock. Let's make it happen. Till next time, boys. Peace.